Hello guys, welcome to Rex Arthur's TV. This is Rex Arthur Station, where we discuss LGBTQ issues with an LGBTQ approach and an LGBTQ perspective and a humanistic approach in an LGBTQ plus planet. And we are all part of the sexual alphabet, the 10 letters of the sexual alphabet. Each and every one of us has a letter. I hope you know yours. And we are continuing with our UDHR marathon, and we are on lap 10. We have finished a third of the marathon, and it's Article 10 we are on, and it's a right to public hearing. And public hearing, public hearing, and then we come here. The right to public hearings as a part of the right to fair trial. And so you have a right to a fair trial, and this is the same section we saw in the other articles. So basically from Article 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they are basically drawn or enshrined in Article 14. So the right of a public hearing is enshrined in Article 14. It's a very big article that gives you your judicial rights, and the comments are there if you want to read. And then it's also in the Children's Convention, Article 12, 37, and 40. So no child shall be subjected to torture or cruel, inhuman, degrading treatment. And he also has a right to public hearing. So why is public hearing very important? Public hearing is important because, let's read the African Charter. I'm liking the African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. Every individual shall have the right to have his cause heard. This includes, this is good, they have done well here, the right to an appeal, the right to be presumed innocent, the right to defense, the right to be tried within a reasonable time, and no one shall be condemned for any act or omission which did not consist a legally punishable offense at the time it was committed, and no penalty may be inflicted for an offense for which no provision was made at the time it was committed. Good. So what I like about this charter, they have defined the right to public hearing to include, it comprises of a right to appeal. You can appeal, you need to be presumed innocent, and you can defend yourself, and you need to be tried within a reasonable time. There are some judicial systems that delay your trial, delay, and justice delayed is justice denied. So this is a very good definition of the right to public hearing. I don't need to go and beat around the bush. I would have talked for hours to explain it. But when you have a definition of public hearing, it's better. And that's what I'm happy about with this Article 7 of the African Charter on Human Rights. And I just wanted to give the rationale behind public hearing. It's because sometimes you can have a case and people do not know. They don't know your case, and they can implicate you of crime when you didn't commit a crime, and because you cannot prove to the world that actually you didn't do it, because they gave you a private hearing. So private hearings are very dangerous, especially if you are denied the right to public hearing. So you have a right to call for a public hearing. Of course, there are some cases, and because it's a right, it means you can also have a right to a private hearing, especially if it is a case that is very sensitive, like sexual issues and all of these things. You can hide them quietly and deal with them in private because of the sensitivity of the issue. But basically, if it is a case that needs to be heard in public, because were it to be heard in public, it may come out, you want to show the public that you had a fair trial, then that's why you have a right to the public hearing, so that there is a fair trial for you. And justice needs to be seen to be done. That's why there's public hearings, so that people come, you go into the courtroom and you see, did the judge really did he listen to one side only, or he listened to both sides? How was the lawyer of this side? That's why we have public hearings, because the public can also be a very good audience in understanding a case in the courtroom. So please exercise your right to public hearing. And now we're very happy. We have reached a third of the marathon and we finished the 10 articles. And we are going to go on. We're still running. This is a marathon, the UDHR marathon. And then we'll see how countries join the UDHR. All right. Thank you, guys.